James Madison does not loom large in America's popular imagination. He was no military hero like George Washington, nor a wit and bon vivant like Benjamin Franklin, and he lacked the rhetorical flair of Thomas Jefferson. Unlike John Adams or Alexander Hamilton, his life hasn't been featured in an HBO miniseries or an even surer road to immortality, a smash-hit Broadway musical. For most people, Madison's contributions to the American legacy may seem a bit obscure. His life and personality have been overshadowed by the company he kept. Nevertheless, if Americans know only one thing about Madison, it is his constitutional paternity. He is popularly known as the father of the Constitution. The scholarly appreciation of Madison's legacy could not be more different than the popular one. Among political theorists and intellectual historians in particular, Madison has long been considered a rock star of the American founding. Even when Madison stands alongside the assembly of demigods of this elite generation, few have even pretended to rival the depth and breadth of his thinking on constitutional topics. Nevertheless, scholars have been more skeptical about the facile description that he fathered the founding charter. After all, it is the job of the bookish class to question popular assumptions and to skewer sacred cows. Is it true, though, that Madison's title cannot survive a more serious and scholarly examination? In other words, if Madison were to be given a constitutional paternity test, would he pass it? The idea of fathering a constitution is obviously a metaphor, an analogy, a poetic figure of speech, and it might seem at first glance to be a rather frivolous exercise to defend the legitimacy of a mere figure of speech. Perhaps it would be were it not for the extraordinary energies that have already been expended trying either to defend or, more commonly, to debunk this title. Moreover, such an inquiry is not as frivolous as it might at first appear. The proper use of metaphor does not merely adorn language, like bedecking a woman in shiny baubles. As Richard Weaver has shown, metaphor is one of the primary ways that the human mind gropes for understanding when confronting obscure or unfamiliar subjects. Socrates, for instance, believed that some things are best told by parable, and some perhaps discoverable only by parable. Real investigation goes forward with the help of analogy. Even the use of language to convey meaning is, at bottom, metaphorical.